Evening, whoever's there. Evening, Brian. How are you, mate? Just wait for a few more people to come in. Yeah, good. I'm good. I've just got back from evening cranky carpets. I've just done a 24-hour session at Farlow's. No, they haven't, mate. No. Evening, Lee. Evening, Welsh cart catchers. Yeah, I was just saying I've just done a 24-hour session at Farlow's. I got back about 10 o'clock this morning. Didn't get any fish. It's absolutely stitched up there. Evening, Nick. Yeah, it was so busy up there. It was only one peg available for me, peg 50. So I jumped in there for like, looked good, wind pumping in. I've done a little video on it. I'll put that up tomorrow. Evening, Carl. Evening, Dammy Jones. Easby Sisters E, all right. Yeah, so it follows. There's a lot of big fish coming out in a minute, a lot of 30s, but it's absolutely stitched up there. There's 61 pegs, and I got the last peg. Evening, Thomas. Evening, Matthew. Yeah, I'm all good, thanks. Evening, David. Yeah, so the weather was bang on. There was a westerly blowing into the swim I was in. It was only 5 wraps across. Evening, Phil. Evening, Willie. But it looked good. It was, yeah, honestly, Brian, it's absolutely banged out. There's one guy actually camping. He's not even fishing on one of the pegs. He's camping behind the guy to get into peg 43 because he's doing fish. So paying to literally bivvy up behind someone. That's how mad it is up there at the minute. Evening, Chaz. So I went where I could go. Wish you was fishing not too good. What's the matter, mate? But yeah, I mean, I made the most of what was there. There was a big snag in the water. It was 8 foot deep. The wind was pumping in. It was warm. Evening, Richard. Really felt confident, to be honest, but it just didn't happen. Yeah, Farlow's cranky, yeah. Because I thought it'd be empty, to be honest. I rocked up there yesterday morning because I had to do some work in London at 7:30 in the morning in Marylebone. So the night before I put the gear on, done the job I had to do, and I was down at Farlow's by 8:30, thinking it would be empty. But it was absolutely packed solid, and I just went in where I could go in, to be honest. It looked like I could do a lump that swim though, and I know it does because I know someone that fishes it in the winter and they do well out of it. Yeah, Welsh card catch, blanks are blanks, isn't it? But it's my first session of the year and I wanted to start off catching, to be honest, but you know, you can only do what's in front of you, catch what's in front of you if they're there. But yeah, it's so busy. Evening, Jim Bob. Guy Stephen Best at peg 2 had a 36 something PB the other day, and then this morning he had a 39.6 or something at the same peg. Farlow's ain't charging enough, probably, you mean. Matthew, yeah, I know Phil paying to camp up, but just getting to a swim, it's mad. My subscribers have gone up amazingly, mate. I'm on 818 now, I think. That factory, Adam, it's the first peg. If you park on the back of the pads and then walk down the factory, it's the first little peg. That's where I was. Evening, Richard. But yeah, peg 50, mate. Yeah. But yeah, my subscribers has gone through the roof. I'm on 818 or something now. And I think a lot of it's to do with my obsessive carper page on Facebook as well, because a lot of people are liking that. And obviously, once they've seen that, they're coming over to the channel. Evening, Darren. Which is really good. So my next target is going to be 1,000. I'm going to do a comp for that as well. 40-hour session with me. Richard, yeah, I know it is. Everywhere seems to have switched on, to be honest. It was warm, really, really warm yesterday in that wind. Last night was warm. The Lee Brown, the charity is on February the 23rd. Evening, Carl, at Willow Park Fishery. Yeah, Adam, I was watching Lee Moser up there with his boy. I mean, that's brilliant, isn't it? I've never fished it. Evening, Carl, with Chris. I've never fished it, but I really want to. All right, Sam. I'm going to get about, I think, because Farlows, I love Farlows for the fish, but I've got to go somewhere else. It's too busy up there. Yeah, I put a lot of effort in. I know I do, and it's, you know, people that were asking, even Mr. Wallace, how are you, mate? Yeah, Welsh Carp Catcher, that's all you can do, mate. I done one for 500, and I was on 300 at the time, and it went up to 500 within a couple of months. And that's the way to do it, mate. I'm not worried about rats. They don't bother me. They fit well in the ridge monkey. Yeah, Adam, it's so rammed up there. I think people have taken a week off from after New Year to fish it. The pegs that are doing it at Farlows at the minute are the Peg 2 and the 40s. I want to, mate, yeah. Can't be Chris. I'm going to look into that, I think. Try and book on the Alamo or something. Yeah, charity match would be brilliant. I'm not surprised, Wallace. All that wet weather we had, mate, made you feel ill. Guys, this is John Wallace on here. He's the guy I fished with him quite a bit. I've known John for a few years. Fished Farlows, and then we done Willows on that last video. Yeah, Brian, it takes a while to build it up. When I first done it, it took me ages just to get to 100 subscribers. But, you know, it takes time, and I'm grateful for every single person that subscribes to me. Yeah, Carl, it did, mate. The pressure was 996 yesterday with the westerly wind blowing in at 25 mile an hour. It just looked carpy as hell. Hi, Ben. No, I didn't catch you, Ben. I've done a little video. It's only about 15 minutes long. I'm going to put it up because it keeps my channel ticking over anyway. Darren, what is that? Yeah, Welsh Carp Hatchery does. Time and effort, mate. So much goes into it. I've actually got the Vault now because I'm charging so much stuff. It's ridiculous. Exactly, Brian. I felt confident when I set up in it. I felt absolutely confident. Evening, Rosa. How are you, mate? Evening, CW Carper. Yeah, I felt confident. I'm always confident when we're fishing anyway. If the fish are not there, they're not there. If they're there, I will catch them. And that's how I look at it. 50 Wallace. Never fished it before. Adam, it can be, but I had no choice to actually go anywhere. So I ended up in there. Ben, it's just February the 23rd. Ben, go over to my Facebook page if you've got Facebook and go on the Obsessive Carper, and all the details are up there. All right, make the Specimen Hunter. Yeah, it's all on that page. That's where I do my charity stuff. Post my videos up. But yeah, it'd be a good weekend. It's starting to move on now. I'm getting a few donations in. Carby Chris has contacted Hafes about some bait and that for me. But there's yeah, it's moving forward good. It really is moving forward. I've got a social, I think it's February the 9th, isn't it, Mark? We're going to go Farlows for 3 or 4 nights. No, it was 50, John. There is 51, but I fished 50. 51's the last one before the pads, if you're coming down factory. Brian Mills, I meant you, sorry. Brian Mills is with the Haves. Don't, I've got so much going on with that stuff. It's so much organising. I've got the banners and that getting done now from Macmillan themselves for the event, so I'm getting them put up at Willow Park. So yeah, it's going to be good. Anyone out on the bank or going out on the bank this weekend? It's turning cold again, isn't it? Yeah, John, I've never fished it, but it looks so carpy in there, and I know Renwick's had a lot of 30s out there under the radar, but you've got to know the spots. Did it, Adam? Wouldn't surprise me. It looks like it's going to chuck up a lump, and that's why I was confident there. Yeah, there's a big snag there, isn't there, in the middle, hanging down. I walked round, put a bit of bait in, and just dropped 2 rods either side of the snag, and it looked good, but just didn't happen. Really, it happens, mate, doesn't it? Unfortunately, you can only do what you're doing. Yeah, exactly, Mark. Exactly. That's another swim that don't get fished. Oh, good luck, Brian. Oh, you got Dire Emblems. I got the original ones. 25 years old. They are the Dire Emblems. My ones I've got. Brilliant reels. Yeah, the pads. Harrison was actually in the pads. He didn't do no good either. Yeah, I was on it, John. 4 wraps out. Mate, that's a gutter, innit? Breaking your shoulder, no fishing. Nice one, Darren. You're on the bank. Yeah, they are. Ben, they're really good reels. They're workhorses, I'll tell you that now. I've had mine for donkeys. Never had them serviced or nothing. I grease them up every spring. And they work. I have them on my spod rod and stuff like that. I used to use them before I got my tornos and my Sonic tornos. Evening carp fishing dreams. Yeah, Nick Minter. The emblems, they're brilliant, mate. I got the 5,500 something like that tees. I can't remember what they're called now. The goldy colour ones. They're brilliant. Evening Bazaar. Yeah, factory is good, Adam. And I tell you what, there are hundreds of black chickens in front of factory. 10 wraps out, something like that. There's loads of them there in a minute. Ben, it's not necessarily better rods for casting. It depends what test curve you got. It's technique. A lot of it's technique. John Wallace, we saw a big common down there, mate. Me and Mark, when we was doing our qualifier for Eric's. Evening, Mark. Yeah, Adam, there is, and there's a big weed bed dying off there as well. Evening, Tommy. All right, see you soon. It's my wife going to get my daughter from the train station. I saw you, Mick, last night about your RT4, but you're gutted you can't use that. Ben, exactly. Ben, 2.5, 2 and 3/4 test curve, and you're doing 100 yards. Quality. It's a lot to do with technique. Carp fishing dreams. What do I do for work? Well, I've not got no work to do now until March. Basically, I run a couple of billionaires' lives in the UK. I look after all their cars and houses and their fares in the UK because they're always abroad. And they're not coming back till March. So I've got nothing to do. I work from off my phone, emails and stuff like that when I'm fishing. So I'm actually getting paid to fish. Yeah, well, believe it, John. Yeah, Baz, I see. It's a lot to do with technique, isn't it? Have I got any daughters? Actually, my daughter is going to turn 17 next 19th, and she's actually got a boyfriend. She told us today. Met him at college. Bless her. Yeah, Creighton Carpers, I've been working for them for about 10 years now, and they're really, really nice people. I organise their cars, I ship their cars around the world. Yeah, they have actually. Uh, they have got some proper daughters and all. But I've known them since they were like teenagers and now they're in their 20s. They're like family to me now. They treat me like that as well. That's already been done. Carp fishing dreams. My wife deals with all that side of it, mate. But if I need to go around to his house or his dad's house, and I'll be around there, won't I? Welsh Carp. What's the lake like that the match is on? I've blogged it. And look at Top Penguin, AD Blandford's as well. He's done sessions. There's loads of carp in there. A lot of fish should be coming out. There's no weed in there. There's gravel.